That's right, Panasonic made a camera that looks like the L10, but it's a lot smaller and you can change the lens. Rose gold titanium. A tiny zoom lens that can be removed. A micro four thirds mount that can take any micro four thirds lens in the world. A 3-inch 180 degree flip up touchscreen with dedicated face recognition and focus mode. 4K UHD video recording. Razor sharp images and good dynamic range because there's no low pass filter and ISO up to 25,000. All in an ultra compact design that only weighs 269 grams. It looks like an L10, but it's half the size and half the weight. If you love small cameras, you can literally fit this one in your pocket. This is not an L10. This, my friends, is the Panasonic Lumix GF10. It's not available in North America. It was made only for Asia, the Middle East, and parts of Europe. In fact, they don't even make this camera anymore. It was released in 2018. The GF10, also known as the GF90 and the GX850 in some regions, is a small pocket-sized micro four thirds camera with a 180-degree tiltable touchscreen, automatic beauty face retouch, and night selfie mode. But let's stop talking and start using this thing and show it in action. Let's start with a tiny 12 to 32 kit lens. Look at this. This is the little tiny 12 to 32 kit lens. And look how great it looks. On this tiny little pocket camera and this tiny little lens. And it's just amazing. And this is the Lumix 12mm 1.4. Look how tiny I am. Let's bring the camera closer. Okay, this is the 12mm 1.4 brought closer. And I think it looks pretty darn good. I do. Hey there. Who's that good-looking guy in there? And this is a Sigma 56 1.4. Again, I really love this lens. This is probably one of my most favorite of all micro four thirds lenses. It's not made by Olympus, it's not made by Lumix. They don't even make it anymore. But it's such a great lens. I love it. And this is the Olympus 20mm 1.4. Set to 1.4. You can put any lens you want on this camera. You're not stuck with a lens that's stuck on there and you're only limited to a certain range and a certain f-stop thing. No siree, Bob. You can put whatever lens you want on this thing. Like this Olympus 75 1.8. It's a tiny little lens, but it's a Mondo telephoto. Look at this. Look how great this looks. Any lens you want in the world that's micro four thirds can go on this camera. You are not stuck with a camera lens that's stuck on the body. Oh, that's so cool. Oh. Just stand here and savor this for a moment, how amazing this is. Wow. This is the little tiny kit lens again, the 12 to 32, set to 15mm. Look how sharp it is. For a tiny little plastic kit lens that nobody takes seriously, this thing is amazing. Look how sharp it is. It's so much fun to use. I just can't stop using it. I'm going to make more videos about kit lenses because I just love kit lenses. Whatever other people don't take seriously and to make fun of, that's what I want to make videos about. Not the big, expensive, latest, trendy. Oh, I like the humble things, the cheap things, the stuff that everybody forgets about because it's too old. Oh, it's more than a few years old. Oh, boy. This is so much fun. The fun factor is everything. The white gold camera with a 25 1.7 set at, I think, 1.7 with a CPL. And this is the 25 1.4, another lens that I really like. Look how great this looks. Oh. And here's the 56 1.4 again. Can't stop using this one. Wow. Wow. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about low light? Well, I don't know what your definition of low light is, but right now I'm just using 2 little 5-watt bulbs, and that's pretty darn low light in my book. This is a 16 megapixel sensor, and some people might think that's not a lot, but may I remind you that one of the most amazing, greatest low light cameras in the world, the full frame expensive Sony A7S III, is only 12 megapixels. And that's one of the best in the world. Now, I know that's full frame, but it's only 12 megapixels. This is 16 megapixels. So for video, 16 is way more than enough. Look at this quality. It's great. And I've got barely any light on me whatsoever. Does it have stabilization? No, and I don't need it. You know, and over the 40 years of filmmaking, I almost never, ever needed a stabilized camera. You know, all the really big, heavy, expensive Hollywood cameras, almost none of them are stabilized. IBIS and stabilized cameras is more of a YouTube thing. I mean, if you want to walk and talk, that's fine. That's not me. I do stuff like this. The camera's on a stand, and that's it. I mean, I set up my shots. That's just me. I personally don't need it. Maybe you do, I don't. But hey, it makes life a lot easier. And if you can put an OIS stabilized lens on the camera and then you've got some stabilization. But anyway, no, this camera's small, tiny little thing. I don't need it. It doesn't need it. We're a happy couple. And as far as tripods go, you don't need a normal tripod, just a selfie stick like this, because it's such a tiny little camera. You are so portable with this for doing vlogs. I mean, you could use the selfie stick, of course, as a selfie stick, but I use it as a stand, as a tripod. You just put it on the ground, flip up the screen, push record, and there you go. I'm buying 2 more of these things just because I know the moment I put this video out, everybody's going to run and get one on eBay. But I just want to make sure. Anyway, I just wanted to warn you about one thing, though. The one thing about this camera that everybody's going to complain about is it overheats. If you have it in 4K, it's going to overheat really fast. This is 4K, by the way. It is shooting in 4K, but 1080, it'll run a lot longer. 4K, it will overheat very quickly, but look at this. I mean, for 2018 camera with any micro four thirds lens in the world, how amazing is that? It has a double shutter release, so you can take a selfie with your left hand or your right hand. There's 3 different models. There's the GF10 and the GF90, both of which are strictly Japanese, and the GX850, which is the European version. Anyway, the difference between the GX90 and the GF90 and the GF10 is what they come with. The GF90, as I understand it, only comes with the 12 to 32 kit lens. Look how small this thing is. This is amazing. And the GX10 comes with both the kit lens and a 25 1.7, both of which are very stylish silver lenses, and they're very lightweight. They weigh nothing. So they're plastic lenses, but they're really good lenses. So as you have seen from my demonstrations, don't think plastic is low quality. Anyway, so yeah, that's the difference between those. And you can get none of these in America. Now, the Japanese versions do have only Japanese menus, but you can mess with that. You can hack the Japanese menu. And no, it does not have an EVF or a hot shoe or a mic jack. This is not for doing professional stuff. This is a fun camera that you take around with you just to have fun throughout the day. But I can get around all that stuff. That's not a big deal for me. I never record audio ever. In the last 20 years, I've never recorded audio right into a camera, no matter what camera I'm using, because you get the best quality audio when you put it right into a professional recorder, which is what I'm doing. It's in my pocket. I don't have to worry about wireless. It's just the best way around it. Now, as far as flash goes, it does have a built-in flash, so you can, do that for a flash. But I showed in a previous video, you can trigger off-camera flashes with a little pop-up flash. We're going to do that in a minute, and I'll show you that. And as far as an EVF, it has a 1,000,000 screen on the back, so you can use a portable magnifying loupe like this when you want one, and then there is your EVF. Obviously, so you can do that, and if you don't need an EVF, you don't need one. So I don't care. For me, I don't need those things. None of those are a deal breaker for me. Okay, so first I'm going to take a picture with the flash popped up, but not aiming forward. I'm going to take this little thing here and flip it up like that. So it's, when the camera's like this, it's facing sideways away from her, not at her. So you can see it's not very bright. So now I'm going to turn on this flash here. It's just a little AD100 with a umbrella. And I changed the setting on the flash to Slave S2. So that means the photo cell on the flash is going to catch the flash of this and trigger. So here we go. Wow. See, you can take professional off-camera flash with a little pop-up flash that triggers it. Even when I aim the camera this way and it aims upwards, that's still picking it up. There you go. I'm triggering a professional flash with a camera that has no hot shoe. Where there's a will, there's always a way. And while we're on the subject of pictures, let's look at some pictures. I mean, it can take okay pictures. It's all right. The color's really good. That's the thing I love the most of cameras that came out from back then. The colors were just great. For pictures, it's not the highest resolution camera. And for low light, yeah, the pictures don't shine. But again, photography isn't always about the camera. It's about good lighting, good composition, good interesting subject matter. And that's what makes pictures interesting. So for pictures, just look at this camera as something to have fun with. Just take around with you around town. Not do anything serious, just have fun with it. Just take some fun pictures for some memories and stuff like that. Nothing serious. The pictures from this camera are okay, but I think the real strength of this camera is the video. That's where this thing really shines. So let's get back to the video. Here's the little 12 to 32 kit lens again. I can't get over how sharp and how much fun this little tiny little lens is. And here it is zoomed in a little bit. This is a zoom lens after all. The HDMI jack on the side, by the way, no, it does not output live video. It's only for playback of video and pictures on a big screen. Now, is that a deal killer for me? Absolutely not, because a little tiny camera like this, the last thing you want to do is hook up external monitors and recorders and bulky big stuff. The whole purpose of this camera is to be tiny and fun, something you stick in your pocket to just run around town and have fun with. That's what I love about it. Sure, it has its limitations, but as you could probably tell by now, the greatest thing about this camera is the look. If you want to get Fuji colors with that Fuji look from a tiny little Micro Four Thirds camera, here you go. All the other stuff, the workarounds, are totally worth it for me to get this look in a tiny little camera that I can put in my pocket and take with me anywhere. It's just amazing. So for those people who are obsessed with specs, like it doesn't have this, it doesn't have that, and sensors, this, blah, 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 they will never know or understand the joy of having a camera like this. So do I want you to buy this camera? No, most of you won't be happy with the shooting limit and the fact that it overheats. But for me, I don't care because I love this look so much and I love the tiny little camera and the flip up screen and I like it for so many reasons. I'm willing to work around you doing little 1-minute video bits, but that's okay because it forces you to think about what you're saying and to pare it down to just what's important and just say it without dragging on and rambling about stupid stuff. Just get to the point. And it's just perfect for me. It's perfect. So my point for this video is not to buy this camera. It's that all these video people saying the newest, greatest, expensive bells and whistles camera, people get excited about that. But there's so many cameras that have been out for the last, this thing's almost a decade old and look at it. I love it. It's I can afford almost any camera in the world and this is my favorite camera. So that should say something. I mean, everybody wants every feature in the world in one camera. I don't. I want small, I want a flip-up screen, I want good autofocus, but mainly the look. What is the look that you're going to get from it? Isn't that what cameras are about, is the look? So that's my point of this video is there are so many cameras out there that are just so cool and so much fun like this, because Panasonic used to make tiny little Micro Four Thirds cameras, and that's the point of Micro Four Thirds, is that you have a small little fun camera with tiny little lenses and it's fun. So do you need an expensive camera that just came out to get this kind of stuff? A camera that's so big it won't fit in your pocket? No. You can fit this one in your pocket real easy. Some people say, yeah, but not with a lens. Some of these you can, but that's not the point. You put the camera in one pocket and the lens in the other. That's the whole thing about Micro Four Thirds is how small the system is. You have a little pouch this big. It's no big deal. This is amazing. I'm in pig heaven with this camera. Matter of fact, I could have bought several L10s, but I didn't.